Now that we have registered for MailJet, what we need to do is we need to configure MailJet in our project. So for that, we'll scroll down and we have the configuration for C#. We need the package which is MailJet.api. Along with that, here they have given the sample code. So what I will do is I'll copy everything from line 11 all the way down to where we get a response on line 53. We'll copy this and we'll switch back to our application. Let me stop the application here and I'll close everything that I have. Now with .NET Core, we already have the email sender with the default method. We just need to override that method and provide an implementation using MailJet. So we'll go to Solution Explorer and we have a utility folder. And in our utility folder, let's right click, add a new class file, and I will call this email sender. Let's add that. Now this email sender should implement the iEmail sender. So we'll type that and press Ctrl dot here to use Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.Identity.UI.Services. With that, it has a default implementation, so we'll implement the interface for send email async. Next thing that we want to do here is I want to add a new method. So for that, right here, let's implement a new method which will be public async task, and we'll call this execute. The parameters here will be the same parameters that we see right here, so we can just copy these and we'll paste them here. Rather than HTML message, let's call this as body. That being said, let's execute this function in our main one. So right here, we will return execute, we will return execute, and we will pass in email followed by subject and HTML message. Now we copied this, so we lost the content of what we had with MailJet. So let me open that up again. In here, we'll use API for C#, and we'll have to copy that one more time from line 11 to the response, which is right here. We'll copy this and we'll paste it in our execute. We still need the package for MailJet. So we'll go to Tools, NuGet Package Manager, Solution. In here, I'll search for MailJet and I need MailJet.api. There it is. We'll install it in our project. And perfect. Once it's installed, we'll close this. If you do Ctrl dot here, you will see the using statement for MailJet.client now. We'll do Ctrl dot to resolve other dependencies. Perfect. So all the errors have gone now. So with this in place, we have our execute method in which it is using the get environment variables. Right here, we have two keys. Rather than using environment.getEnvironment variables, we can directly use our keys. So we can just remove those unnecessary variables there, and perfect. We'll switch back to the MailJet and we'll go to the top here. Let me go to my account settings, and we have master API key and sub API key management. By default, what will happen is these keys will automatically be replaced with whatever keys you have. But if something goes wrong, always prefer to copy the key from here, paste the key the first time, copy the secret key next, and paste it here. You can see they are same because MailJet has already taken care of that. Once we do that, we need to use email, subject, and body in here. So here we have the from, and from will use our email address that we have. The to address will change this and will make this to our email variable that we have. Then we have the name here. We can just call this .NET Mastery. And we need a subject here that we also have in a variable subject. Next, we have the text part. I can just remove this one. The HTML part will be our body. So we'll paste that, and we have the custom ID, which we do not need. So let me remove that. Then we get a response here. Based on this, you can always debug the response to find out what happens, but we'll just fire this post async and we'll move on. So that looks good for our email sender. This code you do not need to go into details. It is just the code that MailJet has provided to send the messages using their API. That being said, let me save this and continue in the next video.